Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending this valuable webinar this morning. My name is Ron Rothstein, and I'm the president and founder of SMB Technologies. We also have our co-presenter, Samantha Yip, the director of channel enablement for Kaseya. It's one of the prominent companies in the technology field today, working with managed service and security companies like SMB Technologies. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and we will provide some answers at the end of the presentation, as we may actually answer any questions during the webinar. Remember, knowledge is power, and cyber insurance has become a non-negotiable product that protects your business in the event bad actors compromise your company. So take it away, Sammy.
Thank you for having me, Ron, and thank you everyone for joining our call today. There is a lot on the agenda. So I'll go through what we will be discussing today. We're going to go through what exactly is cyber liability insurance. And for the interest of our time here, you might hear me refer to cyber liability insurance as CLI. I don't love using acronyms, but it is definitely a mouthful to say. So you might hear me say CLI throughout this presentation, and that stands for cyber liability insurance. We're also going to discuss, why do businesses need cyber liability insurance? Who needs cyber liability insurance, and the different types of data that the cyber liability insurance protects. We'll go through what CLI typically covers, what it typically excludes, and also how to increase the likelihood of you getting a payout against your cyber liability insurance. We will touch on how an IT service provider like Ron can help you qualify for cyber liability insurance, and also how an IT service provider like Ron can help you get paid out if you do need to make a claim against your cyber liability insurance. So let's get started. So what is cyber liability insurance? Well, cyber liability insurance acts as a robust defense against the financial aftermath of cyber incidents, providing vital support during these critical times. It ensures you navigate through the impact with a very tailored safety net for your protection. It also acts as a proactive risk management tool. So your CLI empowers you to anticipate and also prepare for potential cyber incidents. This is the way that you can stay one step ahead of the cyber criminals and also ensure your business is always protected. Now, just beyond the financial coverage, cyber liability insurance also plays a very pivotal role in managing the broader repercussions of cyber incidents, as well as supporting investigations, recovery, and also customer notification efforts to handle post-incident complexities effectively. So why do businesses like yourself need cyber liability insurance? Well, these are the top reasons that we have, the three top reasons. Increased prevalence of cyber threats. Well, the escalating frequency and sophistication of cyber threats really make cyber liability insurance an indispensable tool for you. It acts as a safeguard against ever-evolving risks that can severely disrupt your operations. Second, the financial and reputational impact from cyber attacks. Cyber incidents can lead to financial losses and also affect your organization's reputation and also the bottom line. CLI mitigates these impacts by providing vital financial support and resources during and after incidents, ensuring that restoration of operations and trust. And third, never to be missed benefits of cyber liability insurance. Another important aspect is that cyber liability insurance goes beyond the mere data breach itself. It helps manage the complexities after an incident. It also covers investigation costs, legal fees, customer notifications, aiding in recovery and ensuring in your continuity for your business. All of that can be costly if you are trying to provide that yourself after an incident has occurred and you don't have cyber liability to help you assist you from the financial impacts for both recovery as well as everything that you need to do afterwards with customer notifications and also investigations. So who needs cyber liability insurance. So if your business handles sensitive data such as customer information, financial records, or even intellectual property, CLI is essential for your protection. It serves as a very crucial defense against vulnerabilities associated with handling very sensitive information. Cyber liability is even more important if you are in an industry such as healthcare or education and finance that really needs you to align with a very specific set of standards for customer confidentiality. Now, smaller businesses are also highly susceptible to impacts of cyber incidents due to just overall lower level of protection compared to large organizations. So for organizations such as this, cyber liability insurance plays a very crucial role in safeguarding against very severe operational disruptions and also financial losses. Let's take a look at the different categories of sensitive data crucial to your operations and also how cyber liability insurance can help there. Customer data. So CLI often covers various different types of customer data, such as names, addresses, and credit card information, safeguarding against all your breaches of or unauthorized access. Employee data as well. CLI can safeguard records, including payroll details and medical information, reducing your liability risks from exposures or misuse. Financial data. Cyber liability insurance may extend protection to bank account numbers, mitigating financial loss due to unauthorized access or breaches. And of course, intellectual data. CLI typically covers trade secrets and proprietary information from potential breaches or unauthorized disclosures. Now, cyber liability offers extensive coverage crucial for managing cyber incidents impacting your business. It typically includes the following: data breach response costs. It would provide financial support for managing responses to breaches, including investigation and credit monitoring services for the affected customers. Data recovery costs. It covers expenses related to recovering compromised data, ensuring efficient restoration of operations. Legal fees and expenses. It assists in covering costs due to investigations, regulatory actions, or lawsuits from the cyber incident. Costs related to ransomware. It provides coverage for expenses incurred during the ransomware attacks, as that helps alleviate the financial burden on yourself and your company. Regulatory fines and penalties. It covers fines resulting from non-compliance when it comes to data protection and privacy regulations. Business interruption costs. It includes coverage for loss of income during the downtime that was caused by the cyber incident, ensuring financial stability. Now, public relations and reputation management. This assists in managing your reputation post-incident, mitigating any reputational damage. There are things that cyber liability coverage does not extend to, and the most common exclusions are related to the following here. Lack of security measures. So exclusions will happen if your organization doesn't implement proper security measures. um, intellectual property infringement. Some policies will exclude claims related to infringement involving your organization, including legal disputes arising from the use of proprietary information or copyrighted material. Prior knowledge. Policies will exclude incidents existing before the insurance was obtained. Any known vulnerabilities, there's no coverage for losses from unpatched vulnerabilities in your systems. Understanding these exclusions is very crucial for you to assess the scope and limitations of your cyber liability coverage effectively. Let's talk about how to increase the likelihood of you getting paid out if you have to make a claim against your insurance, against your cyber liability insurance claim. Now, you want to understand your policy coverage. You want to understand the terms, the conditions, and the coverage limits that your policy holds to set proper expectations and optimize the coverage. You want to complete the application accurately. You want to provide detailed, accurate information while applying for your cyber liability insurance, including cybersecurity measures and past incidents. You want to maintain documentation of security controls. Keep comprehensive records of your cybersecurity measures, policies, and incident response as evidence during the claim process. Saying you had these measures in place is just not enough. You must provide proof to the insurance company through the documentation. Also, timely notification. Report any cyber incidents or potential claims promptly to your insurer as required by the policy to initiate the claim swiftly. Documentation of losses and costs. You want to carefully document and quantify financial losses incurred due to cyber incidents, aiding in the claims for support and appropriate payout. Cooperate with the insurer's investigation. You want to fully cooperate with the insurer, providing the requested information and access to the systems and records. It is vital for an efficient claims process to do this. Regular policy review. You want to also frequently review your CLI policy to ensure that it is aligned with your evolving business needs and also your risk landscapes. You want to strengthen your cybersecurity practices. You want to continuously improve your cybersecurity measures based on industry standards influences, that this will influence the claims outcomes positively. The 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 cybersecurity threats are ever changing, right? So that's why we do suggest here to keep an eye on it and make sure that you strengthen up the measures that you have and practices in place so that it could help out your claims positively. And then lastly, we've said a lot here, is to really seek professional advice. You want to consult with your insurance professionals. You want to consult with your legal counsel and your cybersecurity specialists to optimize coverage and claims processes. Here's how an IT service provider can help you qualify for cyber liability insurance. Documentation and reporting. They're able to help you, they're able to assist you actually in documenting security measures, policies, and procedures. IT service providers provide evidence of a proactive approach to cybersecurity, supporting your eligibility for cyber liability insurance. Security assessments. Your IT service provider can conduct comprehensive cybersecurity assessments, identifying vulnerabilities and gaps. These assessments can help you understand your security posture and implement necessary improvements. Incident response planning. Your IT service providers help you develop and also implement an effective incident response plans. These plans define roles, communication channels, and drills for preparedness during a cyber incident. I want to stop here for just a moment and talk a little bit more about the incident response plan. Um, what I have personally seen in the industry is, regardless of the size of your organization or even the type of industry your organization is, it's essential to have a plan, that a written plan documented in case an incident does happen. The worst scenario is having an incident happening and not knowing what to do while the incident is currently occurring. You don't want to make decisions, and you don't want to make any rash decisions during your panic process. So having any plan in place, having a plan in place is really the preferred, one of the preferred one of the suggestions that I would definitely recommend. And an IT service provider can really, really help you here, along with also your internal staff. Lastly here, how an IT service provider can help you qualify for cyber liability insurance is risk management and mitigation. So by assisting in effective risk management strategies, your IT service provider can ensure that you have a very robust security measures in place, such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, encryption techniques, and employee training programs. Now, lastly, compliance assistance. They can also help you meet specific regulatory compliance standards like HIPAA or GDPR by implementing necessary controls and processes aligned to those regulations. Now, how can your IT service provider help you get paid and make sure that they also play a pivotal role in helping you get your claim if there is a claim that's needed towards your CLI? So robust cybersecurity measures. IT service providers can ensure you maintain strong cybersecurity measures by implementing, again, things like firewalls, antivirus software, intrusion detection systems, and also regular patch management to your to your endpoints to minimize any vulnerabilities. Risk assessments and mitigation. So by conducting regular risk assessments, IT service providers can identify potential vulnerabilities and also assist in implementing mitigation strategies to reduce risks. Incident response planning. Your IT service provider can aid in developing and also testing incident response plans, outlining steps for containment, investigation, notification, and also recovery, thus ensuring your preparedness during a cyber incident. Documentation and reporting. Your IT service providers assist in maintaining very detailed documentation of your cybersecurity measures, employee training, and incident responses, supporting you for a successful insurance claim through the evidence that is provided in the documentation. So the risks here associated with cyber incidents are very substantial and impact you financially, operationally, and also reputationally. It's crucial to acknowledge the severity of these risks and also take proactive steps to mitigate them. Seeking assistance from cybersecurity experts like Ron here and insurance professionals is essential to fortifying your business against cyber threats. You want to collaborate with knowledgeable professionals like us that can give you the support you need to bolster your cybersecurity posture and also aid in your insurance coverage. So don't hesitate to schedule a meeting with Ron. I'm going to pass it over to you, Ron, and you can talk a little bit more around the incentive that you have here for everyone that's joined.
Yeah, great. That was really great, Sam. I know we all appreciate that information. I'm gonna put up a little poll while I'm talking, if people don't mind. This way we can get an idea of where you're at and if we can help, or if you have a current vendor, perhaps they could help. I do have a question here. How would I go about putting together a incident response plan? Very good question. The first time you do an incident response plan, and by the way, SMB and hopefully your current vendor, if you're not using us, has a format or a form, or at least a guideline, an outline of the particular people and the services in your company and who does what and where goes what. And it's kind of like an org chart, right? If we get ransomware, who do we call? What do we do? Do we have an incident remediation company we would call? Who do I call at our managed service provider? These are all really important items. It reminds me, when I was a kid, our bedrooms were on the second floor, and my mom and dad bought us these foldable ladders in our closet in case there was a fire. We could throw the ladder out the window and get down. And I always thought that was kind of silly, but looking back on it, you have to be prepared, right? And so, yes, is there a cost factor involved in that kind of a plan? Sure, right? Either SMB or your current vendor should be able to sit down with you and formulate an incident plan, because you could go ahead and buy cybersecurity insurance, and I've seen this happen, and people just start checking off boxes. We have two-factor authentication. We have this, we have that, right? Oh, yes, we have a incident response plan, right? I'm gonna call my managed service provider in case that, well, that's not really, in that case, it's a 80-20, right? We can provide the guidance, or your current service can provide the guidance, but in the end, you have to decide who does what, when, where, how, and why. So hopefully that answers that question. In regards to Our offer today for being here in our webinar, um, we would like to provide free of charge a cybersecurity assessment. Now, what does that involve, right? We will come in and do a full report, much like a house inspection, right? When you get your house inspected before you buy or sell, they'll go through the whole house and they'll rate, the roof has to be replaced, or, the front door doesn't have a lock, or any number of things that, the water tank is on its last legs, kind of thing. And the the assessment just gives you an idea on what are the areas that are weak, what are the holes in the dike, what is you know the thing we have to sew up in our business. And a lot of times people ignore it, put their head in the sand, and an assessment gives you an idea, at least saying, okay, here's choices, right? I could have my current or my future provider like SMB, right? Go through and kind of fill the holes and fill the gaps. It also gives you an idea of how well, if we become that third party person or company, we can actually check on your current vendor to see if they're doing the right thing by you. And that's much like getting a second opinion from a doctor. It can't hurt. And in this particular case, it's pretty extensive. We normally charge, $697 for people who call us up and just want an assessment. And then we'll sit down with you and go through that, and then you can decide from there, where you want to go. But that is our offer. I hope that I hear from some of you to take us up on that offer. You'll be getting a follow-up from me anyways, or so I want to thank everyone today. I don't see any more questions. Sam, did you want to add anything to that before we kind of fly off into the
For
sunset?
For sure. I know we went through a lot of information today, and I usually always get questions on like, how do we even get started? It's a lot, right? I mean, if you haven't already started documenting things, and also understanding kind of where you're at, a good start is taking Ron up on the offer of a complimentary assessment just to kind of see where things stand right now. Um, because this is so overwhelming, definitely reaching out to an IT professional would be my strong recommendation. They can tell you how to get started. Also, you can also start collecting your documentation right now, because just the way that we've seen the insurance industry, um, if you have the policy right now, or if you're trying to obtain policy, they want the documentation. They need the documentation. I've seen these applications and I've seen them grow significantly in the asks for certain things. Um, from here to like even 4 years from now, we've seen a lot of change. So work with an IT service professional. I would say, hey, this is a great offer from Ron. Definitely take it up if you have the if you have the if you have the ability to, if you want to move forward with either qualifying for insurance or also just maintaining your cyber liability insurance. But that's all for me, Ron.
Okay, well, I hope everyone has a great day. Keep an eye out. We're going to be doing these on a regular basis throughout the year, providing as much up-to-date information as we have, what's pertinent. For example, AI is now gangbusters, into the marketplace now. So, look out for, our next one. Could be on AI, could be on something that, it's taking the world by storm technology wise at that point in time. But we thank you for being here today. I especially thank Sam for being with us. And have a good day.
Have a great day. Thank you, everyone.